What's up with it, y'all? Yeah, we about to tear into another one. This just came to me this morning. You feel me? I did this probably like the third time I did it because I guess my voice haven't been sounding like it's supposed to, so I had to hook up the headphones and stuff. And I hate the headphones because just having a wire, the wire is just like a lot for me. But I said, like, when I see things like, in certain things that I know that is dealing with a lot of my experiences, I will come and show, but it's like kind of trippy because it happens so much. But this is just one of them times I was like, okay, yeah, this kind of, and it's weird. It like this, hopefully you get a better understanding of how we create and generate our own reality and how we look at things. It's weird because when I say you create your own reality, I'm not saying that everything that's here you just made it. You feel me? But you control the thought of what it is, the idea of what it is or what it might be to you, because a nice car to you might be a Tesla. And a nice car to me might be a Toyota Corolla. You feel me? But we both get that same experience, that same feeling out of driving each one of these cars. You feel me? We get the same feeling. You feel me? It don't be like a difference, but we'll make it a difference because, that's just what we do as people. But let's go on and just dive into this video right here. The Kybalion, the three initiates, you feel me? Incredible knowledge is found in the 1908 book. See how they named it, huh? Incredible knowledge was found in this 1908 book. 33 degree knowledge. 33rd degree knowledge at that. This is on Video Advice Channel. Whoa, 2.86 million subs. Do your thing, bruh. You feel me? And thanks for the video. Let's get into this reaction.
Explained by Hermes Trismegistus. The Kybalion provides a master key for students to unlock the fundamental and basic teachings of esoteric philosophy. There are 7 Hermetic principles that the entire philosophy is based on. Together, these 7 principles constitute an explanation of the fundamental laws that apply to all of creation. The work is attributed to the 3 initiates. Dig deeper and you'll discover the Hermetic content was most likely passed from the late Yogi Ramacharaka to his pupil Baba Bhattara to William Walker Atkinson, a prolific New Thought writer. The ancient sage Hermes Trismegistus is the source of
somebody said this name before, right here.
The ancient sage discovered the Hermetic content was most likely passed from the late Yogi Ramacharaka to his pupil Baba Bhattara to William Walker Atkinson, a prolific New Thought writer. The ancient sage Hermes Trismegistus is the source of the tenets in the Kybalion. Jewish tradition claims that Trismegistus was also a contemporary of the patriarch Abraham. As a result, his teachings on Hermeticism and Hermetic laws date to over 5,000 years ago. Even while he was still alive, his wisdom reached across continents. The earliest Egyptians named him the scribe of the gods. He was deified by the Greeks as the god of wisdom. The ancient Romans named him Mercury. Hermes discovered alchemy, which developed into chemistry. He created the concept of astrology, which became
That's wild how they, each existence that came, they took it and they named it something different and made it their own, to coincide with, their ways of living.
Astronomy. For his wisdom, he is known as the Master of Masters. The Kybalion is premised on the theory that there is an intelligent, thinking substance that pervades all space and time.
A thinking substance that precedes everything, the all-seeing, the all-knowing, whatever that thing is. That's the...
By coming into harmony with this intelligent stuff, you can, to a large extent, control what you manifest in your life.
And it's like, that's what we do anyway. We just don't pay attention to the stuff that we actually manifest. The all is mind. The universe is mental.
Our material and seemingly solid surroundings have been shown by science to be made up of particles of energy and empty space, which too is energy or information. Even our bodies are comprised of these particles of energy, yet all appear.
Hey, the psychedelics show you that. It's just the way that they show you. It's like, they show you in visual code. You feel me? But once you get it, you be able to read it and understand they showing you life.
And feel seemingly solid. Perhaps the solidity and tangibility of reality is merely our interpretation of the information that we receive through our five senses, fooling our consciousness into believing our world is as we perceive it, when really it's our interpretation of the information. Perhaps we are each mind consciousness within a sea of energy and information, living in a sort of manifested dream.
You feel me? This is every individual person's interpretation of what this is. It's like it's here, but you get to design it and paint it the way you want to.
Experience of your life is still valid and meaningful, of course. Potentially with this knowledge, we can realize the extent to which our mental processes create our experiences, empowering us to create the life we desire. Another aspect of the Hermetic principle of mentalism is the extent to which
because when you've been given your desires, when you've been given your needs and what you got to do, you start to create that. You feel me? But is those your desires, or were they given to you?
Own perceptions, beliefs, and attitudes color our experience of reality. One person may perceive a rainy day as terrible because they're unable to enjoy a country walk, and another person perceives rain as great for watering the plants.
That's trippy, because like when the day when the wind was blowing and I was trying to smoke my DMT, it kept blowing my lighter out, and I was telling the wind to stop. And I had already took a couple of hits, so I was like I was in there already. And like my eyes was open, and the tree was, the palm tree was telling me, hey, look, we need that wind. How do you think our leaves get knocked off? We can't take them off ourselves. We use the wind to knock our leaves off. And then it just showed me like the things that the wind do for things that are here that, need it. And it was like, oh, snap. I had to go in the front and smoke it, though.
People will perceive a painting differently. An event, a book, a view out of a window, even the meaning of a word. Therefore, the programming of the mind alters reality for each of us. Perhaps trying to find the objective truth in what we perceive might help.
Yeah, and that's what the mushrooms try to teach you, is your perception and how you view things, and how the way you view things creates your reality, bro. It show you that shit over and over and over again. As above, so below. The Hermetic principle of
correspondence can describe the nature of our reality and all realities, both outwardly and inside ourselves. We draw from this that the laws of our reality are the same no matter what plane of existence we're in. As above, so below.
But you see the eyes in the middle, seeing both sides. You feel me? As if you looking up, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down. Sometimes it looks sideways, but it's mainly looking up, or it's looking down.
In all layers of existence. For example, the law of free will, that all beings, no matter the dimension, density, or universe, all have free will. We have free will to choose and manifest. Therefore, we're not merely a set of automatons controlled by any higher power.
Like we control ourselves, but we let these other things control us and take control of us. We let our ideas that we form control our visual aspects of the reality.
Above, so below, with regards to the law of attraction, as in we each manifest our personal and together our collective reality.
Like all together as one. Like it's weird, because that's what I was seeing when I was seeing the entities the three entities, and on the side looked like it was painted on was a city. But the city was thriving. It had buildings and everything. The cars was going, people was walking. But when the entity moved, the whole city moved up. But then it slid back down and kind of digitized the line, digitized back in place. But I was thinking to myself, did the entities create the city, or did the city create the entities? Because the city is what made the thing a whole. Or, it's like when we come together, we make something big and we make it a thing. You feel me?
We see the same patterns in reality on all levels.
We see the same pattern in realities on all levels. I say this over and over again. That's why the different realities that you even travel through on psychedelics, like not even the realities, just the visuals you get when you got the lines coming through. When the lines and they showing you the flower of life and these other different things, it's showing you, it's giving it to you and going, look, this is what life is. It's not just geometric patterns. That's not just what it is. It's more than that. It's everything in those patterns.
Macro is created very much like the micro. The very large looks similar to the very small. It's a formula for creating all that there is. For example,
and it's weird because like when I looked at my arm and like let's say, and it wasn't a sore on my arm, but I this is what I depicted it as. Like say if I had herpes right here, and it was like just a gang of bumps. You feel me? In this one little area. But all these bumps was different realities, different planets or whatever. So like when I looked at it, I seen it as one thing. I zoomed all the way in. It was the universe. And then I flew through the universe all the way back to the planet, to me being up above myself, looking at me, looking at my arm like this. And I'm like going, dang, even the time when I seen the whole sky, like I walked outside, I looked up, I'm off mushrooms. I looked up in the sky and the sky was my room. And I'm going, what the hell? Like the whole sky was my room. The stars, like my room was up there. They're like, the stars was not there. It was my room, but the stars was in the background of my room. And then I fully understood it once I walked in the house and I looked in my room, and now the stars is in my room. Everything I had set up in my room was sitting in the same place as the stars and the planets. And I'm like going, wow. Yeah, you create your own reality, man. This is deep.
A solar system looks very much like an atom. A helix nebula looks like an eye. A galaxy looks like a hurricane. And the Fibonacci sequence can be seen in many areas of life. What about our personal reality?
And that's the crazy thing, like when you see the lines and stuff, that like that's what it's showing you too, like in a way, like the Fibonacci sequence and how that thing creates and generates life. It like it's giving that to you, like boom, look. And we think it's just patterns, but it's not. It's not. That's why I be like, once you even see those lines, you got to sit back. You got to close your eyes, and it'll take you there. Then them lines will explain to you, look, check this out. And they'll become things.
Rather than as above, so below, we can say as within, so without. That which is within
each outside world is the inside world pushed out. All this is the inside pushed out.
Each of us is reflected on the outside. This ties in very nicely with the Hermetic principle of mentalism. Your reality is how you've manifested it all along. Everything on the outside corresponds with your inner world.
The whole
reality
time.
Is also,
you feel me? Like when I even think about like when I was hustling and running the streets and doing certain things, that was like what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do. Everything that I ever did was what I wanted to do. I chose the route, and with me choosing the route that I went, it came with consequences. But I must wanted to see those consequences if I was taking a chance and doing what I was doing.
Rather subjective and subject to our own perceptions and points of view, creating our reality in various ways. For example, if we have developed a distrust of people due to unfavorable past experiences, then our outer world will be filled with untrustworthy people.
And like, I kind of conquered this, but I still have a problem with that trust thing. You feel me? And like I'll be in the state of where, well, this person was this type of person, and then it'll make me like, just for me, just looking at my perception of that person will make me throw all the stuff on top of that person to judge the situation, whatever it might be. You feel me? And it's like, dang, I'm gonna get around that though. One day I'm gonna get around that.
The next person's inner world is full of trust. Therefore, their outer world seems to be filled with trustworthy people.
Yeah, and see, that's the case. As soon as you build that distrust of people within yourself, that's the reflection people are gonna give to you. And it might not even be that, because it's just you. It's you playing tennis with your own thoughts.
Therefore, you can work on your inner world to improve your outer world. Question your perceptions, beliefs, and programming, and perform healing. As above, so below, and as within, so without. Yeah. This pattern.
Your mind, your body's gonna follow your mind. That's what it does. You feel me? And what's within it's gonna show itself on the outside. You feel me? It don't matter if it's anger, if it's hate, whatever you got on the inside. It's gonna show itself. It's gonna show itself. You feel me? And it's like, dang,
Pattern is present on all levels.
It's gonna present itself. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. The Hermetic principle of vibration.
Movement is everywhere. It is a law of our reality that everything is constantly in motion. Nothing stays still. Tesla was quoted as saying, "If you wish to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." The principle of vibration also applies to us and our own energies and emotions. Our reality also manifests according to our vibration. The one infinite being of creation knows our thoughts, the vibration of our emotions and our feelings, and brings us the experience to match all.
Hey, that's crazy, because I always say, if the one thing already know everything and you're part of that one thing, then once you get back, you'll remember everything. You feel me? Right now, you're going to play the part. You're going to play the part of the human being. And you got to put on the show. You're going to play it to the fullest. You feel me? What else are you going to do? You feel me? You're going to either play a good human or a bad human. But whatever part you decide to play, you're going to put your all into it, man.
For our learning and experience. Nothing is at rest. Take an atom and its fundamental particles. It's constantly vibrating. Look at the kinetic theory of matter. The molecules within a solid vibrate. In a liquid.
And this is another thing. Wait, hold on. Let it say this part.
They too vibrate, moving and sliding around each other.
Yeah.
The molecules in a.
Hey, see now, but you see how this is how they look. They just look like patterns. You feel me? When you in the micro, it'll look like this. This is what it's showing you. But the micro always take you to the macro. And then you see it and you go, oh, okay, this is just life. This is life. It don't matter what reality of life is. It's still life. And then it's weird because it'll also show you how things vibrate, how things move. It'll show you the particles, the smallest particles that the wall is made out of. It's going to give that to you and go, look. You're going to think you just seeing little balls or something or gears spinning, but it's like, nah, these is the particles of the makeup of that thing that you're looking at. You feel me? It's deep.
A gas have space between them and move around even more. Heat something up and the atoms vibrate even faster. Entropy describes how given...
And it's weird because like the time I was looking at the gate, and the gate, the particles in the gate, like the gate started vibrating until it just like almost like exploded into nothingness. You feel me? All these little particles just boom, gone and disappeared. And you can see through the gate. And I'm like going, what the hell, bro? You feel me? That's when I was like, dang, wait. So everything, because I always thought everything was like sped up. You feel me? And it's like, nah, everything is kind of slowed down. This is the slow version.
In time, everything declines gradually into disorder through movement. A statue, for example, will eventually wear away into dust. An abandoned city will ultimately return to nature.
Hey, you feel me? Like the cities, everything, you know, it go back to what it was. It make me think like that's why the earth is getting bigger, because everything is creating something and making something. Like we're making people, the animals is making animals, the trees is making trees, the mushrooms is making mushrooms. Everything here is making something, and every time that something gets made, once it perishes, it goes back into this thing, into this one thing, which is the planet. And it's like weird, because what if the planets actually do that when they're creating galaxies or solar systems or whatever they're doing, like on a massive level? Like this is like the micro level of it.
Perhaps this is disorder from our point of view, but in reality, things return to their natural state through constant movement and change. The unified field, the one energetic information field of our reality, is said to consist of waves of probability, waves that vibrate at a certain frequency. The electromagnetic spectrum involves vibration of certain wavelengths. Some we can perceive, for example, visible light.
Because like he say, some you can perceive, but like it's weird off when you on the psychedelics, you see all these. You see the radio waves, you see the microwave, you see the infrared, you see the X-ray, you see the gamma rays. You see these things. You'll look at your hand and be able to see your hand like that. You look at your hand and you'll be able to see not your skin, you'll be able to see all your veins and all that. Like it'll mess up your Bluetooth. You feel me? Just being off the site, off the mushrooms at times, your Bluetooth, even especially on the DMT. You feel me?
And others we can't, such as UV light and radio waves. Regarding our emotions and our own vibrational state, the Kybalion says, they teach that all manifestation of thought, emotion, reason, will, or desire, or any mental state or condition, are accompanied by vibrations, a portion of which are thrown off, and which tend to affect the minds of other persons by induction. This is the principle which produces the phenomena of telepathy, mental influence, and other forms of the action and power of mind over mind. Therefore, an awareness of our own vibrational state,
because you like how you can even put thoughts in another person's head. You feel me? Like from the way that you're feeling, or the way that you're, speaking to them, or just having contact with them, and they do the same with you.
Is key to self-awareness, self-realization, finding happiness and peace. And these vibrations are thrown off and affect others who influence us too. In being aware of our own vibration, we can attempt to stabilize or tune it to the desired frequency for an optimal experience.
And really, when you think about it, that's what you're already doing. You tuning in it to the frequency that you want right now. You feel me? This is the frequency you want. This is the frequency that you desire. This is what you want to see. It don't matter what it is. If you want to see some gang stuff, if you want to see some spiritual stuff, you tuning it to whatever frequency that you want. But all frequencies to me, hey, the same. They the same. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. The Hermetic principles of polarity.
Another law, the principle of polarity, explains a lot about the shifts and swings in our reality. Polarity implies opposites, for example, north and south, big and small, happy or sad, and hot or cold. In fact, opposites or extremes is the same thing. Happy or sad describes extremes of how we are feeling. It's one concept if you bring them together. Intuitive and logical describe a way of thinking, to ignore or to respond to the amount of attention paid, and fast and slow describe speed. So you see, poles are an illusion of the mind.
And
The duality.
that's weird because that's what I be saying about energy. Like you got everybody say negative and positive energy, and it's like they both just energy. You feel me? It don't matter what side they swing on, they still the same thing. It's just you swinging them to the side you want them on.
We experience in this reality is something that we can recognize for what it is, extremes of one concept. We can see the oneness in all things, therefore, and recognize when we are choosing, preferring, or judging based on a pole. We can also become aware of the swinging of our moods from pole to pole and attempt to stabilize this. In addition,
and I think that's what we be trying to do. We be trying to stabilize the swing, but it's like, I talked about this.
The measure of the swing in one direction is the measure of the swing to the other, and we can reduce the swings and settle them down. Our own interpretations of polarity differ between people. One person might perceive the enjoyability of an event as boring, and another person perceives it as exciting. Perceiving polarity is often, therefore, subjective. Where does fast end and slow begin? I might perceive my friend is driving fast, and she might believe she's going quite slow. We can make judgments.
You be like, slow down, and she like, I'm not even driving fast. You feel me? Like, it's just the way we our perception of things, the way we see things. We just see things differently.
Others based on this subjectivity and unfairly pigeonhole them. One person might perceive another as reckless when they perceive themselves as adventurous.
I hope you got that. You feel me? Because that's how you gonna look at it. If you perceive, like, even if you perceive yourself being better than everybody else, then you gonna perceive them as being lower than you. You're not going to be able to see anything else in them but them being lower than you, because you're already putting yourself on the pedestal that's higher than them. And it's like, that's what we do. We put all the ones that we give our power to, we put them in a higher category than ourselves. And I mean, that's just what we do, though.
The Kybalion states that all paradoxes may be reconciled, so we can't speak in absolutes nor make assumptions. We can attempt to combine our perceptions of poles and polarity on our journey towards oneness. By being aware of polarity, it's possible to choose a pole. That's definitely fine to do. I choose to be kind rather than unkind. Awareness of our emotions is also key, and when we're swinging between them, working on settling on contentment perhaps and changing our vibration in this way. The Kybalion states that it is possible to change the vibrations of hate into the vibrations of love in one's own mind. And
yeah, your perception. You feel me? Because, like, that's what I be saying about here. Like, man, people gonna come, people gonna go. You feel me? It's just gonna be what it is. You feel me? People gonna like you, people gonna hate you. That's how it works.
And in the minds of others.
It's all energy. It's all energy. It's all energy. Everything flows out and in. Everything has ties. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests.
This describes a fundamental trait of our reality and of our own experiences, and is therefore useful to know. Everything tends to repeat itself in rhythmic cycles, as if reality or the code of reality is operating on an algorithm.
I remember I said this a long time ago after that mushroom trip. I said it's an algorithm to this thing. You feel me? Because depending on what you think and what you feel, the algorithm gonna kick in, just like on your phone. Go look up a rake, a front yard rake, and then go on Facebook. You gonna see in the commercials, look, here's a rake. Go on Instagram. Oh, look, here's a rake. Go on Twitter. Oh, look, here's a rake. Go on Amazon. Just go to your Google thing. It's gonna say, look, here's a rake. We got rakes for you. Go to your offer up. You gonna see the commercials is gonna have rakes. You feel me? They built the algorithm of the phone and the computer right after the algorithm of the reality. It don't do anything but mirror itself.
If our reality is one infinite being that we are all part of, it may be creating repeating rhythmic cycles with variation for all beings to experience, and therefore...
See? And the energy, it doesn't die. It might change its name. It might turn into something else. It's constantly going and constantly changing, constantly evolving, changing into this, becoming that. You feel me? And it's like, wow, because, okay, like, you know, the algorithm just starting with the universe and how it works and then starting in the phone. It's like all these energies are being different things. And it's like, I think that's what they be trying to, I don't know if that's what they be trying to explain when they say Hermes got this name. And then these people over here call him this, and these people over here call him that. It don't matter what they call him. He's still that same Hermes energy. He's still that same thing. Everybody's going to take the energy and they're going to use it to their understanding. They're going to make it theirs, and they're going to use it the way they want to.
Or itself to experience. Then, the one infinite being or creation can experience every variation of every event and circumstance possible.
And it's wild because when you pop out of your body and you see this one thing, no matter how you see it or how you might see it, you can see it as a dude with every reality floating around your head, and you can see it as a octopus with a gang of tentacles connecting to a gang of receivers. You'll see it being everything. You'll see it in all different types of aspects, all different types of ways, but you'll see the whole timeline of humanity playing out at one time on every different screen, each person's life, or however, like you'll see it.
Examples are as follows. Civilizations rise and fall, as do world powers and governments. Then there are weather cycles, the seasons, lunar cycles, day and night, the tides, and birth and death. Rhythmic cycles repeat within the parameters of the laws of this reality, but with variation.
So, like, even before us, like, if you think how many people lived before us and how many ideas came and went and, you know, changed this, and I gotta fix that. And it's like, okay. All right, I get it, though. You feel me? I get it.
Like the principle of polarity. We have rhythms of the poles like rainy and sunny, economic growth and decline. Our moods seem to not only swing from pole to pole, but do so with rhythm. Therefore, we can learn to accept and work with our natural rhythms with a view to reducing the swing of the poles, releasing resistance to unpleasant emotions, and working with it to heal.
And we always say that, you feel me? When you the wave, man, ride the wave. You just gotta flow with the wave. Don't try to go get a boat and try to get on it and say, oh, the boat is gonna help me float you the wave, man. You flow with it.
Due to the Hermetic principle of rhythm, bad times will end and good times will begin.
And this is what I'll be explaining about psychedelics. You're gonna have bad trips. Experience it. Go into it. Let it happen. Or you're going to always, every time you go back, you're going to create a worser experience than the one that was before that, because you're going to make it worse than what it is. And it's like it's just you saying that this thing is bad. You feel me? But
without the bad times, we wouldn't know how to appreciate the good times anyway. Fashion trends, political opinion, action, and inaction are more examples of rhythmic cycles. We need not believe we will always be poor or always be lonely. So when applying the principle of rhythm to the mental states of people, we can learn to use them rather than be used by them. For example, when feeling active and motivated, we can use this time to create. When we
and that's what you be seeing, Theo, Wildman Ninja, a lot of people be in there creating, doing things, baking cakes, you feel me, drawing pictures, like always creating, like Nabi be in the studio because it's a certain vibration everybody kind of get on, and it be feeling so good, it just make you want to create something. You feel me? That's what you're here to do anyway. Why not use it and create something beautiful and express it and show it to the world and be like, look at this. Look at this.
Inevitably feel tired and worn out. Instead of pushing ourselves on, we can accept this feeling and take time to recharge.
Hey, that be me right there. I said, like, and that's what psychedelics try to teach you. It's showing you, you know, all these different feelings and emotions that you are generating and creating. Sometimes you need to just walk through them. You don't need to keep running from them. You feel me? Like, because we'll get to that point where we tired, but we feel like we still got a lot to do. And you feel me? And we end up messing something else up. It's like, man, chill out, lay down, get that rest. Get that rest. Because soon as you get that rest and you get all them weird feelings out the way, bro, oh my God, you be ready to go right back at it again.
Amending our lives to take advantage of these natural rhythms and not fighting them, we release much resistance.
They'll say that all the time, and you see him taking advantage of you know, and it's weird. It's not just him that I see doing it. I see a lot of people doing it. You feel me? Like, sometimes we'll be on the live and I'll be sitting here like trying to remix videos or trying to come up with new concepts to do the videos, and you'll see Nabi in the studio, you feel me, working on some music. It's like everybody will be doing something. And it's like, because we'll all be in that state and we'll take advantage of that state. But then you got people that's going to always look at these different states and like, they're going to be on the other side and they're going to be looking at, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. And it's like, it might be for you. That's okay too. You feel me? That's still part of it. That's still part of this thing. You feel me? We love you too, despite what? Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law, chances, but the name for law, not recognized.
When something happens, anything at all, there's a cause for it, according to the Kybalion. The Kybalion says that things don't just happen by chance. However small, there's always a cause. A mere thought can cause us to take action several days later. A tree grows better because the land is fertilized by rotting leaves blown from another tree. I chose blue curtains instead of green because I saw a picture of some curtains in a magazine 3 years ago,
this is one thing that I be trying to always stress. I say, man, these little places and these little things that we create in our mind, they don't go away. They stay there and they exist on their own. And then you'll use them at another time later on in life and won't even know that you got green curtains because of this green thing that you seen 3 years ago. Like, bruh, I'm not saying nothing else.
I don't consciously remember, but it had an effect on me. Even when you roll dice, it falls on a certain number because you picked it up and threw it a certain way. It started off on certain other numbers. The surface friction of the table and the bounce all factored in and made it land a certain way up. Even tiny things, tiny causes, create effects, such as smiling at someone. You could change their day and how they feel, resulting in them taking a completely different set of actions.
And it's weird. That's why I always come in happy. Like, bro, even when I like wake my kids up in the morning or I go get them and stuff, like, you know, I have my days where I be kind of, you know, but then I have most of the time it's like, oh, hey, pretty, you feel me? Wake up, mama, it's time to go to school. Oh, get up, Blake, you know, young king, do this, you know, always giving them that love to keep them. So, you know, if I get them in that state of starting a day every day like this, they won't have a chaotic day. You feel me? Like when I come into here, you know, sometimes I get involved in the this and that and all the bull, but a lot of times you see I come in, I be happy. because I be ready to talk. I be ready to chop it up. And it's like, I hope we in that state, because I'm in that state right now. You feel me? And I fall into other people's states, but then I got my own wicked states too at the same time. But you always see me, I come in, I be live, I be happy, I be ready to go, because I see everything that's going on. I see these places that we're generating happy places for ourselves within this thing right here. Like, we generating it and going, oh, okay, bam. I can make me a space, and then the people that I get close to in here, we can sit back and we can chop it up and we can do our thing. And it's like, bro, despite what anybody feel, it's still a beautiful thing. And it's going to stay to be beautiful despite how anybody looks at it. It's still going to create beauty within the chaos.
Circumstances and events attract us due to our beliefs and the vibration we're holding. This causes all manner of effects in our reality. We can have better control.
Because like I even do it myself, bro. And you'll create that space. Somebody will give you that space and they go, oh man, they said this or they said, and it's like, bro, it'll create a space that'll kind of throw yours off. That's why I just be like, bro, it don't even matter, bro. This place is here, whether you like it or not. True Life Stories is here. Like, if you leave, somebody else gonna come. You feel me? That's just how it is. It's here. The good and the bad of it. It's not gonna always be peaches and cream. I'm not gonna always be saying what everybody think I should say. You feel me? Like, that's the beauty of it. You feel me? That's the beauty of it. For you still not to like it here, but you can come here, you can still create your own space and take everybody with you over there. And y'all can be over there, and it's like, that's the beauty of it. It's still going to be something great, whether you don't like it or not. It's going to make a place for you to be whatever you want to be. You feel me? Because I'm going to be what I want to be. I'm going to be me to the end. I'm going to live till I die. You feel me? This shit is fucking, man, oh my God. This shit is some real shit though, bro.
Control over our reality by perceiving ourselves as a causer rather than being at the mercy of effects. This eliminates bad luck and a sense of futility that what we're doing will have no effect. It will. It always does. So do some causing.
You feel me?
The Kybalion tells us that they, masters, help to play.
I'm going to cause the effect, all right? Whether it's good or bad, I'm going to cause it, and then I'm going to just continue to be the causer of the effect and not let the causes out there affect what the fuck is I'm misdoing. You feel me?
Play the game of life instead of being played and moved about by other wills and environment. So we need not be at the mercy of those with stronger wills and positions of power, nor be swept along by circumstances. We can put up boundaries, stop things if necessary, or take action. The causes you initiate do have effects. Also, becoming aware of the Hermetic principle of cause and effect, we can decide not to be affected by others' moods, unfair opinions and actions, limiting beliefs, time, and stress pressures.
I ain't gonna lie. I always let it get me. You feel me? But I'm still building myself. I always let it get me, but then I really don't, because I don't let it bother me, because it's like, you gonna feel how you feel about everything, and that's your feeling. You feel me? And you can spread it to others, you can give it to others, it's not gonna stop anything. You feel me? It's just gonna start a situation for yourself. That's it. And I'm okay with that, bro. You feel me? Like I said, like the video, dislike the video. It's still a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's still a thumb.
And we understand that there are causes for how we feel.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Shit be deep, bro. Let's see. Gender is everything. I don't want to get into that. I'm stop the video right there, because I done made this video probably like 4 times. I had to get the microphone levels right and things of that nature. But I thank y'all for watching, and I'm not saying I know everything. you know, but I know what I know. You feel me? And that's enough for me. like like that's enough for me. It ain't nothing I ain't really looked over. You know, I just don't talk about it because it's rabbit holes, bro, and everybody's gonna go, okay, this is what it's saying, or this is what it's saying, and it's what it said is it said what it said. You can take it however you want, and we're gonna take things different way. Your better shade of green is not gonna be the same as my shade of green. Okay, I'ma see green different than the way you see green. You feel me? That's just the way it is. All you need to do is you gotta worry about you. You feel me? Like the psychedelics teach you about yourself. You feel me? And whether you want to change it or not, that's you. That's you. But like it said, like you gonna experience all different types of states of reality. Dive into them. Don't be scared of them. Don't run from them. You feel me? Because it don't matter what you store up there. Some of the things, everything that you store up there, everything you store up there is gonna come back at one time or another, and it's gonna play its part. You're not storing it for nothing. Even if you store it not to use it right now, it might be 10 years down the road. It's gonna come back. You feel me? Like that's the trippy thing. It's like, man, that's trippy. But that's what I was saying about, don't think of having a bad experience on the psychedelics as a bad experience. You feel me? You got to exercise those feelings. Like sometimes you got to reach the higher state of those scary feelings, of that scariness, of whatever that is. You feel me? Because you put that there on yourself for a reason, and it made you scared. Like it don't matter, what we did in life. You get to the point you got to learn to forgive yourself. You feel me? You got to forgive yourself. Not worry about everybody else forgiving you, because a lot of people is not going, once you even change, a lot of people is not going to forgive you for what you did, and that's okay. But you don't have to live with that. You don't. You feel me? You don't have to live with none of what anybody thinks about you. You don't have to live with that. These things, sometimes we let these things govern our reality. And you'll be sitting up here talking about it like I am now. I'm giving it energy. I'm not going to do that anymore. You feel me? I'm going to continue to be and exist and become the cause. Stay the cause in order to generate the effect. Whether it's good or bad, hey, you feel me? Hopefully people take it good and go, okay, yeah, that's cool, because I'm, you helping everybody out and stuff. I'm trying to build, and that's it. You feel me? I'm going to be the cause. So thanks for watching. Thanks to the ones that got channel subscriptions. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to start doing subscription only videos. You feel me? Because y'all got a subscription. It's time for y'all to get y'all dues just for that. So get ready for that starting this week, bro. And I think that's how, yeah, I might watch, bro, because, man, it's a lot I've been thinking about. And I've been like letting things just kind of go to see where they fall in place and what I like actually need to do. Because it's like I done tried everything, bro. Remember I had the Trip Mini videos? Like, people wasn't even watching those really. Maybe I named it wrong or something, but I was cutting out all of it. It's like I did everything. And it's like, I guess it just goes the way it goes, and now it's like to that point to where I kind of want to do something different, bro. You feel me? I'm not even gonna lie. It's been going so long. I didn't listen to everybody, everything. You feel me? But thanks for even getting a channel subscription. And I'm, like I said, starting this week, I'm going to start doing member-only videos. For the ones that got the membership, I'm going to do member-only videos and member-only lives. You feel me? And, y'all get everything first. So, thank you. And, man, I'll see you next time on the live. Peace out.